Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the New York Yankees taking on the Kansas City Athletics here in Kansas City. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We got leading off for the New York Yankees playing seconds, Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop is Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field, Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Johnny Blanchard. Batting eighth, playing third base is Clint Boyer. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford. Let's take a look at the hometown Kansas City A's starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop is Dick Hauser. Batting second, playing center field is Jim Rivera. Batting third, playing right field is Leo Posada. Batting fourth, playing first base, Norm Sebring. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Hayward Sullivan. Batting sixth, playing left field is Darren Johnson. Batting seventh, playing third base is Reno Beltro. Batting eighth, playing second base is Jerry Lumpy. And batting ninth, doing the pitching for the Kansas City A's is Norm Bass. Let's get down here, folks, and get this game started. And here's the pitch to Bobby. And that ball is lifted in the center field. Rivera's out there. He's going to make the catch for the first out of this ball game, folks. One down. Brings up Mr. Tony Kubek now. And Tony spanks that ball in the left field for a base hit. He's going to get on base here for the M&M boys. In the top of the first. We got Roger up now with Tony down at first. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that ball is back, and gone, folks. Home run, Roger Maris over the right field fence. The Yankees are up 2-0. Brings up to Mick. And the boys go back-to-back Jack. No, they don't want no parts of Mick. Hey, Tim. Oh, cool. It was a good race at Darlington. I enjoy Darlington. One of my favorite tracks. So Mick goes down the first with a walk. That brings up Mr. Bill Skowron now with Mick on. And that ball is hit in the center field. And Mick's going to stop at second. Got first and second now. Everybody's favorite Yogi Berra. With only one out here in the first. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that ball is popped up in foul territory. Sullivan's going to throw off the mask, make the catch. That's 2 outs now with Mantle down at second, Skowron down at first. Hey, Tim. And that brings up Mr. Johnny Blanchard. Let's see if he can drive Mick in from second. Now that ball is hit down the second base. It's a high pop-up. Lumpy calls everybody off. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees scored 2 on the Maris home run. Yankees 2, A's coming to bat here in the first. Hey, legends. You going to do a game tonight later? We got Hauser, Rivera, and Posada due up here for the A's. Here's the pitch to Dick. And that ball is hit down to Bobby Richardson. He fires over to Skowron, 1 out. That brings up Jim Rivera now. 1 down, nobody on. And that is ball 4. Let's hope Whitey doesn't start this stuff again. Walking everybody. We got Rivera down at first for Posada now with 1 out. And that's ball 4 to Posada. So he's just walked 2 on already. Got a 2-run lead and he's walking, people. It's first and second now and only 1 out. See if they can get Sebring to hit into a double play here. And that ball is hit down the third. But Boyer's only play is going to be to fire over to first. Get the second out. Sounds good. I hope you do too, Legends. That'd be awesome. So we got second and third now for Sullivan. 2 outs. Can Whitey get out of this mess that he caused? And that's a pass ball. Blanchard lets that get by him. Everybody moves up, folks. And that scores 1. Cuts the lead in half. That's 1 ball, no strike now on Sullivan. And he pops that ball up behind third base. And Quebec's going to go over there and get it. And foul territory for the final out. The 2 walks. 1 run scores. We go to the top of the second. It's 2-1 Yankees. We got Boyer, Ford, and Richardson due up here for the Yanks. Here's the pitch to Clint. And that ball is hit down to Reno at third. He fires over to Sebring at first. 1 out. Alrighty, that brings up Whitey Ford now. And that ball is hit down the first. And Norm lets that go through the wickets, folks. Whitey's got himself on at first with an error on the first baseman. I gave it on the pitcher here. Let's redo that. That's an E3, not an E1. Whitey down at first. 1 out for Bobby Richardson. See if Bobby can start hitting here, folks. He's 0 for 1. He's only hitting .231 on the year with 1 home run and 20 RBIs. And he hits that ball in the center field. Rivera takes a few steps back, makes the catch. 2 outs. Here's Tony Quebec. Tony's 1 for 1, scored on the home run. Tony's batting .304, 4 home runs and 27 RBIs. And he spanks that ball in the center field. That's going to be a base hit. And Whitey's going to truck on down the third with 2 outs here. So we got first and third now for Mr. Maris. Can he hit 2 of them here today? Give the Yankees a little bit of a comfortable lead here. Here's the pitch to Roger. And they don't want no parts of Roger. They're going to walk him. Walk the bases loaded to pitch to Mick. I don't know how smart that is. Here comes Mickey Mantle. Mick's walked his first time up. Let's see if they pitch to him. Here's the pitch. And they do. And guess what? That is a sub called a grand salami. That ball is hit in the deep center field. That's a no-doubter, folks. They walk Roger Maris and pitch to Mickey Mantle, and he makes him pay. And just like that, it's 6-1 Yanks. Both of the M&M boys gets a home run today. Sure. That brings up Scourin. He's 1 for 1 with a single. And he hits that ball nowhere, folks. That's a swing and a miss by the Moose. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 4 on the grand slam and lead this game 6-1. Brings up Johnson Beltran and Lumpy here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And that ball is hit down to second. And I might not be hitting nowhere. That might be a strikeout. That is a strikeout. That's a swing and a miss with that X. Whitey strikes out Johnson, former Yankee. Here's Reno. And that ball is hit down the third. Easy play for Boyer. He plants and throws. Quick 2 outs here in the second. Yeah, Mickey made him pay, that's for sure, Legends. Sure, like I said, I was surprised they walked Maris. He's only hitting like 249 on the year. Here's the pitch to Lumpy. And Lumpy gets a hold of this one off of Whitey. This is going to be the A's first hit. He drives that ball into the gap in right field. Mick goes over and gets it. Lumpy's down at second now with 2 outs. That'll bring up Bass. They're going to let him hit here, folks. See if he can settle down. They don't want to burn their bullpen up. Plus, their bullpen ain't that great. The A's don't have much of a bullpen at all. Here's the pitch to Bass. And that is a single to deep first. Scourin gets it, but don't have a play nowhere. And that'll be first and third. How about that? We don't need no stinking DH. We don't even need a stinking pitch hitter. Norm Bass gets on here, folks. 2 outs, and A's are making some noise. Here's Dick Hauser. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Maris has got that, and that ends that threat. We go to the top of the third. Yankees 6, A's 1. And here's Yogi Berra due up. And then Blanchard and Boyer. We got the Killer Bees due up. Berra, Blanchard, and Boyer. And that ball is hit in the right field. Posada drifts over towards the line. Makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Johnny. He's 0 for 1. He popped up to second his first time up. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. He strikes Johnny out this time, Bass does. Quick 2 outs here. That brings up Clint Boyer. Boyer's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his first time up. He's hitting 244 on the year. And that's a swing and a miss. So Norm settles down after giving up that grand slam. It's the Yankees out in order. We go to the bottom of the third. We got Rivera, Posada, and Sebring due up here for the A's. Here's the pitch to Jim. And that ball is hit down to Quebec. He's in the hole. He plants and fires over to first. Scourin's got it. 1 out. Here's Posada now. Posada walked his first time up. And he pops that up behind home plate. And Blanchard's got that with no problem. Quick 2 outs here. Here's Norm Sebring up now. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to Boyer his first time up. He's hitting 272 on the year. And Whitey's at it again, folks. That's a ball 4. Sebring takes his walk down the first. That brings up Sullivan. He says it's a really, really big show, folks. And he is 0 for 1 with a pop up to short his first time up. And he hits that ball in the right field. Maris goes in the gap. Got a beat on it and makes the catch. The A's leave 1 on. We go to the top of the fourth. It's still a 6-1 ball game. We got Whitey, Richardson and Quebec due up here. See what Whitey can do. Whitey reached on an error his first time up and scored. And that ball is hit down to short. No, down the second, sorry. Down the second. Lump's got it. Fires over to first. 1 out. That brings up Bobby Richardson. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out the center both times, folks. See if he can pick on somebody else. He does, but he's picking on Jerry Lumpy down there, and that's 2 straight balls hit down there. See if Quebec can get something going here. He's 2 for 2. He scored twice on those home runs by Maris and Mantle. He's setting the table pretty good, but not this time. He hits that ball into the gap in right field. Posada goes over, makes the catch. The Yankees go down in order again. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th. A's got Johnson, Beltro, and Lumpy due up here. Here's the pitch to Darren. And that's ball 4 again. Whitey's walking people. How many is that? Is that 5 walks today? Let's see here. That was number 4. 4 walks already. All right, here's Reno. Can the Yankees turn 2 and help Whitey out here? That ball is hit in the right field, and Rogers got it. Had him played perfect. 1 out. Here's Jerry Lumpy up now. He's 0 for 1 rather. And that ball is beat into the ground. He's hustling down the first base. He's going to have himself an infield hit, folks. We got first and second now with only 1 out. And here's Bass. Bass is 1 for 1. We're going to let him hit. I think we are, folks. He's hitting 273 on the year. So here's the pitch to Norm Bass. And that's called a balk, folks. And Whitey Ford's arguing with the umpire and is going to be thrown out of this game. Can you believe this? Whitey Ford has just been, that didn't work. What's a balk here? Let's see what a balk is. Thought it was just the word balk. BK's balk. All righty. So we're going to have to go to the bullpen here, folks, after we get this balk put in. See who the Yankees are going to bring in here as Whitey gets kicked out with runners on second and third and 1 out. Let's see. Looks like they're going to go with Tex. Tex is going to come in here and pitch, folks. So it's going to be a bullpen game now. That brings up Bass still. 1 ball and no strikes on him. See what happens here after the balk. Okay, the Yankees will play the infield back with a 5-run lead here. And that ball is hit in the right field. Is that going to be deep enough to get Johnson in? No, it's not. Roger comes charging in. makes the throw, and Johnson's going to stay put down there at third. That's a big out here by Tex. That brings up Dick Hauser now. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Here's the pitch to Hauser. And that ball is hit down to short. And he'll fire over to, sorry, that ball's hit down to second. And Richardson will fire over to Moose. And that'll end the inning, folks. Yankees get out of that mess, but they lose Mr. Ford arguing with the umpire. We got Maris, Mano, and Scowen due up here in this fifth. Here's the pitch to Roger. And that ball is hit down the Beltro at third. He fires across the diamond for the first out here in the fifth. Hey, Doug. That brings up Mick. Mick's 1 for 1 with that grand slam, folks. And they don't want no parts of Mick. They put him on this time. Mick trots on down the first. That brings up Mr. Scowron. He's 1 for 1. I think. No, he's 1 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And that ball is hit down the third. Sorry, hit down the first. Hit down the short, rather. And he throws that ball way over everybody's head. Sure, that's going to be a 3-base error. Mick's going to come around the score on this, folks. Am I reading that right? Well, first you got to look at the right thing. That's not an error. That's a hit by pitch. Sorry, folks. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hit by pitch. They hit the Moose. Yankees come out of the dugout and walk out on the field. The umpire chases them back, but they're not happy with all these home runs, and then they hit Moose. Let's see if Yogi can make them pay here. First and second, 1 out for Yogi. And he drives that ball in the left field, folks. Is that deep enough to get Mano over to third? No, he'll hold. That was a pretty deep fly ball. Yogi almost made him pay. Brings up Johnny Blanchard now with 2 outs. Mick down at second, Scowron down at first. And that's going to be ball 4. And that loads the bases up. Clint Boyer, see what he can do here. No place to put Clint. Here's the pitch to Boyer. And that ball is hit back to the mound, I believe. Yes, it is. And Bass will fire over to first. The Yankees leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 6-1 Yankees. We got Rivera, Posada, and Sebring due up here for the A's. Here's the pitch to Rivera. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Sorry, left field. So Rivera's on. Now Posada's up. Nobody out. Here's Leo. He's 0 for 1 and walked. And that's what he does this time. Tex puts him on. Now we got first and second and nobody out, folks. How many times can the Yankees keep getting out of these messes? That is the question. Here's the pitch to Norman. And that's ball 4. He walks. The freaking bases loaded, folks, with a 5-run lead. Sure. And that gets the bullpen up. And that looks like Ralph Terry's getting up now in the bullpen. We got bases full of A's. Sullivan's up again. The Yankees will play back with a 5-run lead. And that's what the doctor ordered, folks. That ball is hit back to the pitcher. And Texas coming home with it. And Blanchard's going to throw down the first, I believe. Let's look here. Yep. And that's your 1-2-3 double play, folks. Sure. And nobody scores. How about that? So now we got second and third with 2 outs for Johnson up. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Tex gets out of that mess, folks. How about that? Sure. And that'll be his last inning. He's due to lead off here in the 6th. So we'll have a pitch hitter for Tex. And let's see who's going to pitch hit for him. This will probably be Bass's last inning. He's due up third. Let's see here. I think they're going to have Mr. Earl Torson with his first at bat for the Yankees. He's a lefty. Let's bring old Earl in. He hasn't gotten a bat yet. Yeah, it was a good job, that's for sure. Doug. Yeah, awesome is right, Tim. Sure. So here's Earl's first at bat as a Yankee. Let's see if he can get a hit here, folks. Nah, he swings and misses. Strike 3. Earl's out of there. For the first out here in the 6th. And that brings up Mr. Bobby Richardson. He's 0 for 3. Let's see if he can get off the snide here. He sure does. He squares this ball up. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. He's chugging on down the second. Revere gets it after it whirls up against the wall. Bobby Richards down there at second in scoring position for Quebec. Quebec's having a good game. He's 2 for 3. See if he can drive in Richardson. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's 2 big outs now. Let's see if he walks freaking Maris this time to pitch to Mick. Rogers 1 for 2. He's walked and hit a 2-run homer. And he doesn't walk him, folks. But he gets a single in the right field, and that's going to score Bobby. And make this a 7-1 game. That brings up the Mick. Can Bass get out of this inning with only 1 run scoring? He's due up third. This will probably be his last batter no matter what. Here's the pitch to Mick. And Mick's going to get a single in the center. I believe that's where it was hit at. No, right center. And Rogers going to truck on down the third. And Mick, since they freaking plunked Moose, he's trying to add insult to injury. Mick takes off, and he's still in second, folks. Can he get in there? And he's in there safely with a stolen base. Sure. That is crazy. There's 2 strikes, though, on Scouring. Second and third. 2 outs. Mick got himself in the scoring position. It is crazy. And that ball is hit down the third. And Reno fires over to first. The Yankees score 1, but leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-1. We got Beltro, Lumpy, and a pitch hitter for Bass. And the Yankees are going to bring in Terry here in the 6th. since he was warming up earlier. Okay, we got Terry in the game now. Here's the pitch to Reno. And that is strike one on Reno. 0-1 pitch. And that ball is hit down to Richardson. He throws that ball in the dirt. Moose is able to scoop it up, but it draws him off the bag. That's going to be an E4. So Reno's down at first for Lumpy. Nobody out. Here's the pitch to Lumpy. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Reno's going to truck on down the third. Just like that, folks. We got first and third and nobody out again. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Bass. And that's going to be Wes Covington's going to come off the bench here. Former Braves, former White Sox this year. He's been everywhere. Where's West at? There's Wes. Yankees are playing back for two here. Here's the pitch to Covington. And that is hit in the right field. Is that going to be deep enough to score Reno? Yes and no, it's not. That Roger comes charging in. They don't want to take no chances here, folks. I'm surprised. I thought he'd be taking off as deep as that was, but Roger makes a good throw and they hold him up. So 1 out here. That brings up Dick Hauser. Hauser's 0 for 3, grounded out the second 2 times and flown out to Roger. And that's a single over short in the left field. And that'll score Reno. And Lumpy will stop down at second. So it's a 7-2 ball game now, folks. First and second for Rivera. All righty, let's see what happens here. Can Terry get out of this mess with only 1 run scoring? And that ball is hit down to Quebec. He tosses it over to Richardson. He fires it over to Moose. 6-4-3, inning double play, folks. The pitcher's best friend. Now let's see who the A's are going to bring out here to pitch. Hey, Ken. Yeah, I finally got 200 subscribers is right, Tim. Yep, thank you. Let's see here. Who are they going to bring in the pitch? They don't got much, that's for sure. They're going to bring old Ed in the pitch. He'll be facing the Bees, Bear, Blanchard, and Boyer here. Yeah, me and you both, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate it. All righty, we got the killer bees due up here for the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Yogi. He's 0 for 3. See if he can get a base hit here. He does more than a base hit, folks. He drives that ball into right field. Posada turns around and just watches that one. Sure. And now that's an 8-2 ball game. Shoo-wee, the power is turned on tonight. Bring up Johnny Blanchard. Johnny's 0 for 2 with a walk. See if he can get off the snide here. He drives that ball in the right field. Posada goes back and catches this one right at the track. Sure. Oh, Ed's getting lit up, folks. And here we go with Mr. Clint Boyer now. And that ball's hit in the left field. Just enough room to keep that in the park. Sure. That's 2 outs here. And I guess they're going to let Terry hit here. Here's the pitch to Ralph. And that ball is hit back to the mound. Ed's got it. Fires over the first. But the Yankees score 1 on Yogi's big blast. It's a 7th inning stretch. We got Posada, Sebring, and Sullivan due up here for the A's. And that ball is hit down the first. Moose has got it. He'll take it himself. 1 out. That brings up Norm Sebring up. He's 0 for 2. He's walked twice today. And he gets a single in the right field, folks. 1 out base hit. Yeah, exactly. Finally over the 7 mark. That brings up Sullivan now with a runner down at first and 1 out. See if the Yankees can turn 2 again with the catcher speed up. That's a high pop up in the infield. Who wants it? It looks like Quebec's calling everybody off. Near the mound, makes the catch. 2 outs. And here's Darren Johnson. He's 0 for 2 and walked today. And that's another swing and a miss. He struck out his last time. And that is it for the A's here in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. We got Richardson, Quebec, and Maris due up here. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that ball is hit down to second. Easy play for Lumpy. 1 out. Mr. Tony Quebec's having a heck of a game here. See if he can keep it up. He's 2 for 4. And that's going to be strike 1 on him, though. 1 pitch. And he drives that ball in the left field for another base hit. Like I say, Quebec is smoking hot. Put that in the center field. That was supposed to be in the left field. Do an undo here. Put the ball in the left field for him. Oh, cool, Tim. I'll have to check that out tomorrow. All righty. Roger's up now with Tony down at first. Let's see if Roger can get his 3rd hit of the game. No, he hits that ball down the second. Lumpy fires over to short. They fire over to first, but not enough time to get Roger. So Roger's down at first with 2 outs for the Mick. Mick's 2 for 2 today. A home run and walk twice. Let's see if he can keep it up and go 3 for 3, folks. He gets a single in the right. And the throw down the third. And Roger's safe at third. And Mick's going to take second on the throw, folks. Mick is aggressive today. He's stolen a base, and now he's taking an extra base on the throw. Sure, you think this was a one-run game. And I did something wrong. I got Roger scoring. He ain't supposed to score. He's supposed to stop at third. There we go. Get Roger to stop at third this time. Now Mick doesn't make it down the second. Come on now. See if that works. There we go. Second and third now for the Moose. Moose is 1 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch. And he gets even this time, folks. He drives that ball down the first baseline for a single. Everybody scores. Of course, I didn't score Mick. God darn it. I'm messing this crap up here. Sorry about this, guys. Got to get Mick to score on this single to right. So Moose is down at first. 2 outs. We got a 10-2 ball game, folks. And here's Yogi, who homered his last time up. And that ball's hit in the left field, but the park will hold this one, folks. And that is it for the 8th. And that's going to be it for Terry. Let's see who the Yankees are going to bring in here to pitch the 8th inning. Guess they're going to bring in old Hal here to pitch the 8th inning. And he might even stay in the game and pitch the 9th. He'll be facing the bottom part of the order here for the A's. Beltro, Lumpy, and a pitch hitter. Here's the pitch to Reno. And Reno gets a hold of this one, folks. And he hits that ball in the deep center field. And what a catch by Mick on the run. Mick runs that ball down. I thought for sure that was falling in for a base hit. Nice job by Mantle. He is on fire today, both at the bat and in the field and on the base pads. Here's the pitch to Lumpy with 1 out now. And that ball is hit in the right field. Rogers got him plate perfect. And that is quick 2 outs here in the 8th. Let's see who the A's are going to come up here with a pitch hitter here. They're going to bring in Wayne Casey to pitch hit here. You know what? Let's bring in Lou. Lou hasn't pitched hit yet in this series. Bring in Lou. He's a lefty. Give him a bat here. The big clue. Here's the pitch to Lou. And he squares this ball up, folks. And that ball is back, and going. Roger watches this one leave the park, folks. Darn. Home run. The big clue comes through, makes it a 10-3 ball game, folks. There's Dick Hauser up now. And that ball is hit in the deep center field again. Mix on his horse and chases that one down. Al had a rough time getting out of this inning, folks. They score 1. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 10-3. You got Blanchard, Boyer, and Howe will probably hit for himself here. See who the A's are going to bring out the pitch. Yeah, exactly. Home runs, everybody gets a home run. And they're going to bring in old Art. Art's going to come in here and pitch to his former teammates. A lot of ex-Yankees on this team, folks. He's got Blanchard, Boyer, and Howe due up here in the 9th. Bottom part of the order. That ball is hit down the lumpy down at second. That's a 1 out. Brings up Mr. Boyer here. Boyer's 0 for 4. See if he can get off the snide here. And he does, folks. He hits that ball down the left field line. Johnson cuts it off, holds Boyer to a single. Hal's going to try to sacrifice Boyer over. And that's a foul ball, strike 1. And he hits that ball, bunts it down the third a little too hard. Reno's going to fire down the short. He's covering second. And he's going to get the lead runner, folks. So Hal's going to be down at first now with 2 outs for Bobby Richardson. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And Bobby gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is back, and going over the left field fence. Bobby turned on that. I think that's only his second home run of the year, folks. Bobby Richardson, 12-3, folks. Like I say, they turned the power on today. That's for sure. Everybody gets a home run. You get a home run. He gets a home run. Sure. That brings up Quebec now. He's 3 for 5. Incredible is right, Tim. Sure. And that ball is hit down the second. And the A's finally get out of the inning, but not until Richardson adds 2 more with that long shot to left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. As our friend RJL would say, are we going to see? And it ain't magic here tonight. It's a prayer and a miracle. Rivera, Posada, and Sebring do up here in the ninth. Here's the pitch to Rivera. That ball's popped up behind home plate. Blanchard's got it. We're out number one. Brings up Posada. He's 0 for 2 and walked twice. And he hits that ball down the second. And Bobby's got it. A quick 2 outs here in the ninth. They're down to the last out. It's Norm Sebring. And again, that's hit down to Bobby Richardson. He takes his time, fires over to Moose, and this game is over, folks. What a blowout. Let's take a look at this box score here, folks. Everybody was hitting home runs. Yeah, exactly. They're going to need a police escort or something, right, Tim? Sure. Let's take a look here at the box score. Yankees 12 runs on 14 hits in an error. The A's 3 runs on 8 hits in an error. Richardson 2 hits. Kubek 3 hits. Maris 2 hits. Mick 3 hits. Scourin 3 hits. The only one without a hit was poor Johnny Blanchard. He went 0 for 4. Home runs by Richardson, Maris, Mantle, and Yogi. And Bobby also had a double, folks. Blanchard with 2, Richardson with 2 RBIs, Maris with 3, Mick with that grand salami 4, Scourin with 2, and Yogi with 1. Jeez. Even had a stolen base today by the Mick. Had everything. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Thank you, Tim. Yeah. And for the A's, Lumpy was 3 for 4. He was about the only one. And of course, the pitch hit home run by Big Clue, Lou Klosko. That was about all the offense for the A's. Whitey pitches 3 1/3 after getting booted for arguing about that balk. 3 hits, 1 unearned run, walked 4, struck out 1. Tex came in, pitched an inning and a third, gave up a hit, walked 2, struck out 1. Terry comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 3 hits, 1 run, it wasn't earned, and struck out 1. And then Mr. Hal Ruffin comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up a solo home run, and that was it, folks. Norm Bass, he gets busted around. 6 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs. Only 3 of them was earned. Walked 4, struck out 5, and gave up 2 home runs. Ed Roken comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs, and a home run. And Art comes in, gives up a 2-run homer by Richardson, 2 hits. And that's all she wrote, folks. Thank you. Legends, thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, Tim. Yeah, smack that like button. Let's do some fast play here. We got the Boston Red Sox traveling out to California to take on the Angels. We got Mr. Ryan Dorn on the mound here for the Angels, a former Yankee. See what the old Rhino can do out here in California. And he gave up 3 runs, but the Angels didn't score any. Red Sox win 3 runs on 5 hits and an error. The Angels 1 run on 5 hits and an error. You got the Orioles taking on Minnesota. Let's see what happens out here in Twin City. Sure. 6-5. What's this? The Orioles left 16 runners on base, folks. Scored 6 runs on 14 hits, gave up 5 runs to the Twins and 8 hits, and Twins committed 2 errors. We got the Tigers traveling down to the nation's capital, D.C., take on the Senators. Oh, you're welcome, Ken. And the Tigers come out with a win. 9 runs on 14 hits and no errors. The Senators 5 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. Take a look at the standings here after the 21st. Yankees are 5 games up on the Tigers. The Orioles are 6 games back. The Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox are 8 games back. The Angels are 11.5 games back. Tim, your Indians are falling. They've lost 11 in a row. Sure. And are now 14.5 games back. Red Sox are 15 games back. The Senators are 20 games back. And the A's dropped to 22 games back. I want to thank Ken Castro, Tim D, Legends. Check out Legends channel, Sports Universe. He's doing an all-time franchise all-stars with MLB 22. He says he might do a game tonight. Check that out. Check out Cleveland Baseball Fan 879 says he's going to be posting a 2007 Indians game. Hopefully it's up tomorrow morning. Check that channel out. I want to thank Doug Hunt for stopping by. I believe that's everybody, folks. Like Tim said, if you could hit that like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I hope you do, Legends. That'd be awesome. Until next time, you all have a great evening and take care.